the Truck Series is at it again. They picked up right where they left off at Phoenix at the end of last year. 12 cautions tonight, a new track record. How's it going, y'all? My name is Eric, once again, reporter Eric, coming to you from the Daytona International Speedway Fan Zone. The ARCA Menard Series race, which was moved up a day due to impending rain, is getting ready to start. They're doing an abbreviated opening ceremonies over on the front straightaway, but I just wanted to break down a few of the things I noticed watching tonight's Craftsman Truck Series season opener. I've also got some clips of Rajah Caruth, Cory Heim, some of the top finishers. I want to start with something positive. Nick Sanchez gets the win tonight, his first career Craftsman Truck Series win. I think he's poised to have a huge year. I'm expecting multiple wins, potentially a deep playoff run. I think he's legitimately a championship contender. He had a great season last year, really did everything but win, and came up close a number of times. I think about like Texas early in the year. He was in the mix when that big crash on the last lap happened.
I'm just happy to get the first one, right? Get the first one. My opinion is always the hardest, and it's even harder when you're so close and you lead laps and do everything but win. It really sucks to get poles and all that stuff and not come back to triples.
I just wanted to begin with that. Nick Sanchez, deserving winner. I can't wait to see what he does this year. But now let's talk about the rest of this race. Again, a record-setting performance. 12 cautions in a 100-lap race. I don't know the exact final tally. I guess they ran maybe 101 laps tonight. I think roughly 49 or 50 of those 101 laps were run under caution. Not to mention there was a brief red flag for, a sudden pop-up shower. Just a grueling Truck Series race. That big crash 5 laps in really set the tone for the evening. You could tell right away these trucks were edgy, and these young drivers, for the most part, couldn't control themselves. It was push, 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 go, 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 take every run from the drop of the green flag. Cory Heim, who I think unofficially came home second, gave us his perspective after the race.
It was bad. I mean, we wrecked a lot of stuff, and I hate to complain about it, but man, those guys were super aggressive from the very start. Like, we wrecked half the field on lap 6, So as far as managing track position, I thought was important. Like, when I was mid-pack out of 20 cars, I would kind of bail out and just let them wreck and then regroup and try again. So anytime I saw bad energy from the pack, I would bail out, and ended up working tonight.
Especially on corner exit, whether it was turn 2 or especially turn 4, these trucks looked so loose, so out of control. It made it even crazier when I'd see drivers, in some cases veteran drivers, pushing on corner exit. Like Cory LaJoie spun Christian Eckes out, and I like Cory LaJoie quite a bit. I picked him to win this race, but he was one of the most aggressive drivers out there, pushing hard nonstop, taking every run. Like on a couple final restarts, including the final overtime, he pushed the lead truck so far out in front that they got swallowed up by the pack. It turned out to be a net loss. Again, I know he's working with a lot of young drivers. Like at the end there, he was pushing Rajah Caruth, who's young, relatively inexperienced. I'm not going to put it all on Cory LaJoie, but he did seem to be one of the most aggressive pushers, and often being aggressive didn't seem to work out in his favor. Patience is a virtue. I'm pretty sure it was some famous philosopher who said that. Thad Moffitt, who was caught up in that early crash, questioned why drivers were pushing so hard so early, and he was not alone.
Just a bunch of pushing, man. It's just too early in the race to be pushing like that, I feel like.
A massive crash ended this race. Taylor Gray got nailed in the driver's side door, wound up flipping over the pack, surfing on top of other trucks practically. Huge hit, scary crash. Glad to see him get up and walk away seemingly okay. Rajah Caruth making his first start in the 71 truck, I believe. It's not his first start for Spire, I don't believe, but he is full-time with Spire this year. He played it safe early on, but was up in the mix late, again getting aggressive pushes from Cory LaJoie, worked with Nick Sanchez at different points. Rajah unofficially comes home third. He talked to reporters afterwards about how his race played out.
Hate to see, a truck store up like that on the back stretch. I just kind of got a bad push, and you already are getting tied off the corner like that, so hated to see that, but thank you to the Hendrick Automotive Group, HendrickCars.com, everybody at Spire and Team Chevy. So they're the only reason I got to ride this year, and hopefully I can make it count.
After getting out of the truck, Rajah was first approached by Bubba Wallace, who of course has been a mentor to Rajah these past few years. Here's what Rajah said they discussed after the race.
I mean, we were just talking about the last lap, what I did and didn't do, and kind of how he saw it. So, I mean, he's been there from the start for my whole career, so it's been awesome to have him on my side the whole way.
It wasn't pretty, but a good result for Rajah Caruth in his first full-time season with Spire Motorsports. I said it a couple weeks ago, Rajah Caruth is going to make the playoffs this year, or at least he should. The way he steadily improved last year in GMS equipment, I know it wasn't pretty, but starting this season out with a third, yeah, well on his way to having a very solid sophomore Truck Series season. Bigger picture though, this is 2 truck races in a row, again going back to the Phoenix finale in November, that have gotten out of hand. 12 cautions in a 100-lap race. Come on, that's ridiculous. I don't know what needs to change. All I know is that tonight they were inventing new ways to crash. Like Ben Rhodes, had a tire going down pit, came back out on the track, had a tire going down again, and drifted up into the middle, lost the tire, and wiped out in front of the pack. You just don't see that. Drivers are moving up through the ranks so quickly, regardless of if they're emotionally mature enough, if they're truly ready for the opportunity, if they've got a lick of talent and a big check behind them, they are rising through the ranks quickly, and I think it's just leading to sloppier races. I say all that, and again, it was veteran Cory Lemke, Cup Series guy, who I felt was one of the most aggressive pushers tonight, so maybe that's not true. All I know is Atlanta is next week. I don't expect it to be any prettier than what we saw tonight. In fact, it might even be uglier than what we saw tonight. Hopefully, the Truck Series and the Truck Series drivers can break this streak of ugly, sloppy, messy races sooner rather than later. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Just wanted to do a quick race recap, get some immediate thoughts off my chest, share some of those quotes from those drivers with you. It's been a long day. That's going to do it for this episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Again, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You love all things NASCAR. More great coverage coming from Daytona over the next couple of days. And a big thank you to my Patreon supporters for the support. I will see you all again soon. Fingers crossed the weather more or less cooperates over the next 2 days. I guess I'm not holding my breath. I'm trying to remain optimistic. I'll see y'all again very soon. Thanks for watching.